each group to tell me the 3 things you have found out you have in common. Someone from this group, please. Oh, okay.
We all have A's and E's in our names.
Oh, wow.
We all have A's
And E's.
Ease.
In our names.
Right.
Right.
We all have timepieces on.
We all have watches.
Yes,
Okay.
watches on. And we are all Christians.
Okay, thank you very much. For this group, 3 things.
Okay, so all of our parents have siblings. All of our parents have siblings.
Oh, wow.
We've all been to Ibadan, but I'm the only one who's seen the naked man. And we all love to read.
Interesting, interesting. Ibadan tribe. Please, 3 things from your group.
Okay, we all like to travel and have fun. We like color red, and we love to watch cartoons.
Your group, 3 things you have in common, please.
Okay, so we all like to travel. We all love shoes, so male and female. We all love shoes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then what else did we say? We all love good food.
Good food.
Yes.
To all. Please, this group.
Hi. Okay, so we are all in the service industry or dealing with angry Nigerians. We are all more than a year old, and we all survived. Yes, and we all survived the Nigerian recession.
Awesome, awesome. I have one final group back there. One final group. So 3 things from your group, please.
So what are the 3 things?
Hospitality. We all love wines, and we all have sisters.
Very interesting things we found out there. I think I should take a trip to Ibadan soon. Yes, so it's really nice that we are enjoying ourselves and really cozying into the whole event. Right now, I'm going to explain to you why the event is looking so interesting. You know, you came in and there were no chairs, we are all standing, and this is us trying to take you into a WAVE classroom. How we operate in WAVE, how we groom our WAVE trainees. In the WAVE classroom, I'm going to talk 5 ground rules in a WAVE classroom. Rule 1 is we stand all day. So because we play in the hospitality industry and retail, where the jobs mean that a person has to stand for most of the day, if not all day, we try to simulate the job experience right in the classroom. So we stand all day, both trainers and trainees, we stand to help them get into the mood of how their work will be. The second thing is we speak up. So for every waiver, when you stand in front of people to express yourself, you have to speak up. Everyone should be able to hear you, and that's what we try to exemplify in everything we do. So if you're in the room and you can't hear the person speaking, you're allowed to wave like this or say, "I can't hear you," so that the person would speak up. The third ground rule, we do U-shaped classes. So that we are facing the instructor or the teacher or trainer, and we're also facing ourselves. Because that way we believe that learning is not one way. It's not just from one person to everybody else. Learning is across board. We learn from one another. We learn from the trainer. We learn from the trainees. So we stay in U-shaped classes so that we can learn from one another. And I believe we are learning from one another tonight. 4th ground rule at WAVE is that we network. No, I'll say that last. Our 4th ground rule is one house. Yes. So when one person is speaking in front, we do what you all are doing right now, which is awesome. We all listen to the person who is speaking. We don't divide the room and all of that. So when you break up into groups, you're allowed to have a very hearty conversation, be as loud as you want to be. If you're having a one-on-one conversation, have all the fun. But when one person is speaking in front, we have one house. So if at any point in this evening I'm standing in front and maybe other people are speaking, I can scream one house and we would call ourselves to order. So we won't have to use the glass. Yes. And then finally, network, network, network. That's one thing we teach our waivers, and that's one thing we believe in, because someone I respect will say people buy people, and then people will speak for you anywhere. For anything you will do, any business deal, anything, it has to be someone recommending you, someone approving your proposal or something. So networking, we believe, is very important. So we teach our waivers to network wherever they find themselves. So a lot of this night is going to be about networking. We've started that already. We're still going to give a lot of room. Welcome. We're still going to give a lot of room for more networking so that we get to understand one another. There are many different industries represented here tonight. There are different businesses, have stayed different number of years in the business. There's a lot to learn from everybody in this room. So please ensure you network tonight. Without further ado, I'm going to call Toluwani Aino to give us the opening remarks so that, yeah, even though we've started, so that we have the rest of the proceedings. Please make welcome Toluwani.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Toluwani Aino, and I work with the Career Service Department at WAVE. I want to thank you for coming today, and I welcome you to our 5th year anniversary event. Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking out time from your busy schedules to be here. I know the traffic was really hectic and your days were very busy, but then you are here and we are really, really appreciative. We also want to thank you for being with us for these 5 years. Without you, we won't be where we are today. And so thank you our employer partners, thank you our vendors, thank you our volunteers, thank you our corporate clients for being with us. Please, a round of applause for yourselves. We are really, really, really here. Yes, so we will try to make this evening really exciting, but I can see we're already enjoying ourselves. And we will try to make it as brief as possible so that, yes, we have other things we can do today so we can go with our day. I hope you enjoy yourself. Thank you again for coming. And then I hope we get to network with each other and get to know each other more. And yes, enjoy your evening. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much, Toluwani. So right now we're going to have...
You didn't introduce yourself.
I have... Oh my goodness. Aki? Okay, just to clear the air, I'm going to...
Sorry, I missed out one more thing. So yes, we are already appreciating you for our 30-second happy birthday videos that you are going to be doing for us. So you're going to tell Wave happy birthday for just 30 seconds. And sometime during the night, we'll have our camera crew just come in to signal, so you can just come out and give us a 30-second happy birthday. So thank you in advance for the happy birthday wishes you're going to give Wave. Thank you so much.
Yes, so I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Chide. The full name is Ojo Chide, but to make it easier, it's Chide, C-H-I-D-E. I work at WAVE as a finance officer, and yes, I love to do what I'm doing right now, so I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Yes, so right now we're going to have the board chair's remarks. Please join me to welcome our board chair, our wonderful board chair, Nena Onyewuchi. Please a round of applause.
It sounds so formal, the board chair's remark. I think I should have like a piece of paper and so I'm actually really up here just to say thank you, really. Our employer partners are a critical part of, one of the most critical part of WAVE's mission, right? So at WAVE, we're really about helping to transform young people's lives by transforming their income output, right? So we help un- and underemployed young people make more money, and through making more money and having better, more sustainable employment, they transform their own lives and the lives of those around them. Another key part of what we do at WAVE is training. But for us, one of the key things is that our employer partners also are a key part of our training. There's only so much that waivers can learn from us in the 3 weeks that they're with us. But I think that we did the math, and it turns out that our employer partners over the last 5 years have done about 10,000 hours of training for us. So you guys are really a continuation of the WAVE training, and we really appreciate not only that you hire from us, but that you continue to work with us to change and impact young people's lives. You are doing critical work in helping to change and grow our economy, right? So at the end of the day, it's a trope that the young people are the future, but they really are. And what employer partners do, allowing young people to be self-sufficient, to have pride in honest work, is something that really is of incomparable value to them, far beyond the paycheck that they get. The fact that whenever I meet a waiver on the job, their pride in their work, the fact that they are being productive members of society, that they're able to contribute, that they're growing and learning, it's always what they talk about how this is a transformative experience for them. So if you take away nothing else tonight, know that you are, in fact, impacting thousands of young people. You're helping them change their own lives. And that is incredibly powerful work. So thank you. Thank you for being a partner to WAVE. We look forward to another 5 and another 5 and another 5 years. And as we grow, we hope that we will also be part of your growth as a business, because for us, it's not just obviously about the waivers, but it's also about the contributions they can make to your business. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, Amina. Thank you. Thank you, our WAVE employers. Like she has said, working with you is another way for our waivers to continue getting trained, for them to continue learning. And we have in the house today all of you who have contributed or who are contributing to the learning that these waivers are getting. And tonight we're celebrating you, and particularly right now we're going to have a testimonial from one of our WAVE employers, someone who has had a WAVE alumni working with them for such a long time. Please welcome from Azariah Jewelry, Mrs. Onida Omodoade. Yes.
Good evening. I'm going to preface this by telling you the same thing I told Miss Sun, which is that I am a terrible public speaker. So I'm going to apologize in advance if this is a bit rambling. So I know Miss Sun personally, and my husband and I, we're a husband and wife team. We have several stores, jewelry stores. We sell wedding rings in Lagos and in Abuja. We have 2 stores in Lagos, 1 in Abuja, and we were struggling, as a lot of small businesses in Nigeria do, with hiring people who spoke decent English, who were honest, who had, basic raw materials that we could work with. We weren't expecting anybody perfect, but we had been struggling. And Nissan, what WAVE represents for us is a sort of a pipeline of trained employees who we can be sure meet a basic standard. Basically, as my husband puts it, like when we try and hire on our own, we start off with raw yam, we then need to cook, although we are headed to pounded yam. WAVE essentially gives us cooked yam. We're still headed to pounded yam, but at least it's more to work with. And the experience with WAVE, like any other thing, it's been mixed, but overwhelmingly positive. Like I said, we know that there's a basic level of, competence that we can count on with the people that we send. Some of our best hires have come from WAVE. I have to speak about Veronica Sam in particular. When we hired her, it was with some trepidation because she didn't really look the part, she didn't really sound the part. She sounded like, we were always concerned that let me just say, she has a tough Lagos chick vibe about her. But she has proven to be extremely reliable, dependable. As a matter of fact, my entire family, we were in the States, we went on holiday for 2 months. And the only reason we could do that was because we knew that, our business was in good hands. We were going to come back and everything would be running smoothly. And in large part, it's thanks to people like Veronica and other people we've hired from WAVE. And similarly, there's another recent hire from WAVE, Beatrice. We had, again, some reservations because we had some issues with diction. We're an extremely customer-facing business. We're selling kind of expensive things. You can't really convince people to part with hundreds of thousands of naira when they're saying tin dendos and hatin can hatin. But she also, we understand that it's raw material, we can work on that, but she's dependable. She's been with us for 3 months. She hasn't been late for one single day, which is extremely impressive. I don't know if you hire people late, it's extremely impressive. 3 months, never late once. And for us, that is, I guess that's basically our Wave story. Wave gives us great people that we can work with, that we can mold, that we can train, and who have had tremendous positive impact on our business. And they are basically our go-to people whenever we need to fill a gap, whenever we need to hire somebody, we know that we'll get somebody who's sensible, dependable, and yeah, kudos to Wave. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Emilia. We've heard the employer's testimonial, how Wave has helped her business by giving her good talent for the roles she needed to recruit for. Now let's hear from a Waver. So we're going to have up here a Wave alumni who has been working in the same place for 5 years. And yes, he was part of our first batch, our very first batch. His name is Paul Anigoro. Can we put our hands together? Tell us your Wave testimony, your story, please.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Anigoro Paul Ogenelchukwu. I'm from Delta State and I've been working with Wave since I got my job from them. I'm working at the Wheat Baker Hotel in Coil. I started as a steward. Basically, I do more of cleaning, making sure the place is tidy. You know, it has not been easy because it was not something I really had in mind, but it was an eye-opening work in the industry. I never thought I would work in the kitchen before. Actually, I help out with my mother, you know. She used to tell me, if you know how to cook, my son, your wife will not be... she will not do, like the way they used to say it, she will not do shakara for you. So most of those words she used to say has always stick into my brain. And one of the biggest challenges so far is growing in my job. And one of the challenges so far is being able to work and school. And also I school at the Yaba College of Technology as a general student. You know, I have a passion for graphic designing, which I know I'm still going to work on some years in the future from now. But my biggest Wave story has been being able to attend the programs that started all the way from the Victoria Island, from Aboyodoko. Some of us know the place. And going for the training, getting out to put down the assignment that the Wave, the trainees, they give back to us, to take back to our homes, being able to overcome the traffic on the island, you know, because this is not a place that I'm used to. I live in Ajegule, and also I stay with my parents. But my greatest passion has been being able to come out of Ajegule and also for people to see the kind of person I am. I've been working at the Wheat Baker, as I said earlier. I started as a steward. I know working as a steward is something new. It's not something I've been doing before. And I have to blend in the culture of the kitchen. You know, the place is hot. And some other people will shout on you, temperaments. You know, people don't know how to control themselves. But I just have to, play along. So right about now, I work at the pastry department. I was promoted in just a year. After working for 3 years plus. I was promoted in just a year, and I'm happy that I'm learning, I'm growing on my job, thanks to the Wheat Baker, and also thanks to every one of us that have come together in order to support the Wave Academy. You know, I've been working, and I thank God. You know, I've seen being able to come to Wave Academy has been a stepping stone for my life. Like I always tell me, sir, you know, Wave Academy is the place where extraordinary people come and also to get better in what they do and us to play along in this Wave dream. You know, and working at the Wheat Baker has not been easy. You know, standing like I am, I'm used to standing. I can stand even till 10 p.m. But at first when I started, it was not easy. I used to complain. I complained to my siblings. I that I'm not comfortable with this standing and all my. They prescribe, go and take Ibuka, go and take. I said, let me work with the pain. So that I don't know.
So other employers that have been with us from day one.
Kaizen Ventures Partners, Tudor House, Bobobiri, and the last but not the least, Chesney Hotel.
Those employers that were mentioned are not here. They don't have representatives here, but they're definitely going to get their awards. Thank you for making it down here. So for the next award, we are going to have Sheun and Abioye present that. Sheun and Abioye, can we have you up here, please?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Abioye. The award we're going to present next is the award for the fastest growing wave partner. So what that means is the employer that has hired the most waivers from us.
Okay, so some notable mentions are Craft Gourmet. So we have Zest, thank you Avinash. And then we have RSVP. We also have Kudi Cosmetics. And the winner is Tanzarine. Our cake is here.
They're not here.
So Tanzarine is not here.
How many people have they hired from?
They've hired about 67 people. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next award. Let me introduce myself. My name is Oluwaseun, and I work with the Career Services team. So we're going to be giving the next award for the employer with the highest retention and engagement. So that simply means the employer partner that has had the WAVE alumni that has worked with them for the longest period of time. Notable mentions that we have are Party Express, Oriental Hotel, and lastly, Prince Ebanon Supermarket. And the winner is With Baker Hotel.
Hello, please.
Oh, sorry. Present to the next category of awards. Please put your hands together for Mercy.
Employers that give our waivers feedback, so they are open to interviews and then they give our waivers feedback. And giving our waivers feedback helps us to see areas that are doing very well and where we could improve on and how they can do better and grow into the roles that they're expecting.
Who has ever received a phone call from WAVE asking about the interview after the interview? Raise your hand.
Miriam is a culprit. She's hiding it somewhere. See Miriam.
Miriam is fantastic.
Okay, so I'm just going to mention some of the employers who do this for us. RSVP, please give them a round of applause for this. We have Bath Candy, we have Boss Cards and Gifts, and we have Euphoria, we have Miragallo Accessories, we have Bricks for Kids, we have Cherry Blossom Cakes, and we have the Orchid Bistro and Soft Delight. Thank you everyone, we really appreciate this. We're just going to
encourage everyone that, if you've not been doing this, please help us do this for our waivers. And if you've been doing this, please keep doing it because it's been helping us a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mercy. Yes, that category is very important to us because it's your feedback that helps us to prep the waivers to behave better or perform better on their next interview. Please encourage you to give us feedback so that you can help us help our waivers. Give out that award.
Hey, good evening, everyone. As Chidi mentioned, my name is Somto, and we're going to be recognizing what we call our good pay employers. And of course, no pun intended, but so our good pay employers, those who have helped us pay on time with our recruitment fees and also helped us with our placement, with our training fees. We do want to, in total we have 33 of them. I'm not going to go through any list. There are no notable mentions in this category, but just want to spend some time just welcoming, appreciating them for all that they do, all the work that we put in. We recognize that as we help them place and they also help us collect the money but also pay for the services that we render them, we do want to appreciate them. In true wave style of terms and conditions, we're going to be offering free corporate training to every good pay employer, all 33 of them. So,
do your jewelers, you check your CSP, and
after the awards, now we'll have Osarume. Osarume is our corporate training lead. He leads the corporate training department at WAVE. He's going to come up here and tell us a little bit about corporate training and the gift we have to all our employer partners concerning corporate training. Osarume, yeah.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And we are truly excited to have a lot of us in the room. And what we do, and a lot of people don't even know this side to WAVE. I think I ran into somebody a few moments ago, and and the person that said, "I work at WAVE," and I said, "I've never met you. How's that so?" And I said, "Well, because I'm not your typical CSEP person or trainer or training ops. A lot of the work that I do is remote, and it's really with organizations like yours. And so we know that a lot of our employers don't even know that we do trainings for organizations in soft skills. And so a lot of organizations we found a few years into our work with the academies, we found that there was a gap, a skills gap. And so a few employers would complain of, the customer service, is not where I need it to be. The people are not communicating as clearly or effective as I want them to. And I don't have the luxury of that time to send them into the academy for 3 weeks or 1 week. So why don't you come over to my place and come and do some training? And so at corporate training, what we do is we then take our curriculum, a lot of the soft skills that we train at the academy level, and we adapt it to suit the needs of the particular employer we're working with. And so we know that no two employers are the same, and no two employers have very similar circumstances or issues, even though they might be working in the same industry. And so that's what we do at corporate training. And just like we've said, we, as a way to appreciate a lot of you, we're opening the month of October, 5 Fridays starting in October. I thought, okay, so it's coming. I'll let you know what we're doing. So we're going to be having trainings, free corporate trainings for all our employers. Yeah. So if you have anyone in your organization who you feel needs some brushing up in a particular skill or competency, as long as it's soft skills, a lot of the things that we do at WAVE, then you can send them to us for 5 weeks. So every week we would have sessions with them on the Friday. So it's starting off in October, so the first Friday in October,
which happens to be October 5th.
which is October 5th, we would be opening our doors at Wave, 51 Hughes Avenue. Some people have said Hujis and Huis many times, but 51 Hughes Avenue. It's off Alagomeji bus stop in Yaba, and we'll be opening our doors to you. So please make sure that you send as many of your employees as possible who need some brushing up, and then please let us know what exactly you need, they need brushing up in, and then we'll be taking them through some training. I don't like to call it corporate training because, you know, many times we do a lot of training that's not, you know, very corporate, but we try to be as flexible as possible, as effective, as interactive as possible, so that our employers can get the results that they desire. So thank you again very much, and we truly appreciate you for coming. I look forward to seeing a lot of your employees at 51 Hughes Avenue, Wave office, on the first Friday, as many as possible. We're hoping that we'd have, if we need to expand our space and the crowd is overwhelming, then we're Wave, you know, very flexible, so we'll work around that. Thank you again very much.
Thank you very much, Osarumen. So that's the phase 2 corporate training at Wave Academies. And yes, so the criteria to be part of this training is you have to register your staff. So it's free, it's open to all, but you have to register them before the end of next week. So by Friday next week, the registration will be closed. So to register, just send an email to Wave Academies with the name of the staff who will be attending. So just send an email to register your staff. I think that's worth giving a round of applause for. Yes, thank you very much. We hope to see you Friday, 5th October, and every other Friday till it's 5 Fridays to celebrate our 5th anniversary. So right now, we are going to be having Miss Ann. And yes, Miss Ann, talk about Wave 2.0.
Thank you, I'm back again, and we are almost done. Literally, I will talk for a few minutes, and then we have someone who actually wrote a theme song for our 5th anniversary. She's one of our team members who's musically talented, but she's stuck in traffic. If she makes it, then she'll come and perform it. And then we're going to cut our lovely cake that's been donated to us by one of our employer partners, Mini Bees, and our juice, which was donated by one of our employer partners, Nyla's. And yeah, so we're going to be done in a very short time so that we can network, which is the point of us being here, right? So when I moved back to Nigeria 5 years ago to launch Wave, I had a hunch that if we invested the time to ask employers the right questions about their vision for their businesses, what they were trying to achieve, and what they needed to get there, and the role that talent would play in that journey, and if at the same time we also asked young people about their vision for their lives, where they were trying to go, and what opportunities and exposure they needed to get there, and we matched the two together, we'd be in business. And everybody would live happily ever after. That was the story. One house, I'm going to be that annoying teacher, one house. And sure enough, we started recruiting a team of data-driven matchmakers, as I like to call them. And I mentioned Chiamaka's in the room. Folakemi, one of them should also be in the room. And then our team that has grown to more than, I think we're 6 now in our team that do that. And so we went about kind of like an arranged marriage person. You get to know one side, you get to know the other side, and then you now start to talk and say, oh, I think you should meet this person. The interview happens, the date, and then the marriage happens, and then they begin working together. But we got it right many times, but we also got it wrong many times. And we would beat ourselves up every time we would get it wrong, trying to understand, where did we go wrong? Why did this person resign? Why did this person get fired? What's going on? And so we started to collect that information about why people left their jobs. And we started to collect information about why people fired our waivers. And we found that, contrary to popular belief, thinking about a person and how they match a specific job is not enough. So I could be a good waiter at a KFC, I'll say, but I could be a horrible waiter at a McDonald's. I don't want to use Nigerian examples, but a sweet sensation is very different from maybe a KFC. or an RSVP, very different. And so a person could be a good waiter in one place, but what is more important is the person and the organization fit, the culture. And so we spent the last year and a half trying to get smart on not just what the employer wants out of the person, but what are they offering? How many of you have heard us now ask you that question? Why should anybody want this job? And the first few times we ask you that question, you say, but we pay them now. But we pay them on time now. But our business is fast growing now. And I said, those are the reasons why you want to work in your business. But you have to think about your value proposition and what are you offering. And in the same vein, we ask our students, what is your salary expectation again? And what is it that you are bringing to the table? If you can't type, you can't do Excel, you can't do social media marketing, and yet you want to earn 80K, let's recalibrate here. And so really thinking about it as a two-way relationship. What do you want from the other party, but also what are you offering? And so as we started thinking about compatibility and compatibility matching, we like to think of ourselves as moving from wave 1.0, which was very much arranged marriage matchmaker, to wave 2.0, which is more like online dating. We assume that you know what you want. We have done the job of curating and screening and validating the people who are on the platform so you don't have any maniacs. And we let you then pick based on what it is that you're looking for. And so that's what we've been hard at work at. And so every time we call you and ask you, but we sent you 5 people, why did you take that one and not the other 4? It's because we're trying to get data to feed back to the algorithm. That, the algorithm had rated this person as a sure thing, but the employer has told us actually they're not a sure thing because of this reason, and therefore the algorithm needs to be adjusted. And we're excited because we started to see some very promising early results. Retention is up. People are beginning to get better feedback from the employers about their skill sets being a right alignment with the culture. About people are not just here for a job anymore, but they're actually here because they want to grow. And that was because we started asking people, what's going to motivate you? And we find that a lot of people, we are just assuming, if you are poor, then your motivator is financial gain. But when we looked at the data, the people with the highest salaries were not the ones who were staying the longest. In fact, I remember talking to somebody who, I said, but you are still earning 30K after 4 years. Why are you still? And he said, no, he knows what he's here for. It allows him to go back to school. It allows him to grow himself. It's in line with where he's trying to go. And we realized that we needed to start thinking more broadly about what motivates people. We have more in common than we have differences. And so that's the future of WAVE. With this methodology, we are able to match way more people than we used to when we used to sit in a room and say, I think that person will be a good fit for that person. And so we're excited about the opportunity to go from matching hundreds of people a year to matching tens of thousands of people a year, leveraging technology in terms of automating and speed and accuracy, but also leveraging our team in terms of relationship building, which is what the machine still can't do. And so that's why we keep teaching those soft skills, because that's going to make sure that we have a job in the future. And so, just to say a big thank you, that we're excited for the future of WAVE and our plans to work with thousands. We did the math the other day and we said, if the 300 employers that we have each told 10 other employers about us the same way Bimini does every year, we'd be at about 3,000 employers. And given that the average WAVE employer hires about 3 to 4 people, that's another 10,000 people. And so the work is hard, the laborers are few, but you genuinely have become our extended family. And we're trying to move from this relationship that we have with some of you, because you've gotten to know us very recently, where you hear about us because we helped one of your friends find someone. And we haven't taken the time to really share with you our bigger vision of what it is that we're trying to do. And we hope that with today's event, we have shown you that what we are actually trying to do is to partner with each of you to transform lives. We don't like to lead with our social mission because we think that that means that people are going to think that, if it's a social mission, then it should be free. Now, why should I pay you for anybody? Sure, I'm going to help you train them. But we've never wanted to be a handout. We've always wanted you to be a client on both sides. That's why our students pay and our employer pays, because everybody is a client and you come first. And so we're excited for this new wave of 2.0 where you join us in transforming lives. So once again, happy anniversary to us all, because this is our celebration. Thank you. God bless.
Congratulations, Lisa.
And we have, very, very late, but better late than never, just in time actually, because this is the exact time she was meant to do this, is Quixie, who is on our training team in our Aja Academy. How many people know that we have an academy in Aja? We have an academy in Aja. How many people know that we have a mobile team that can go from place to place and do training, and that we're right now training in Ibadan? And that we're working with the biggest retailer in Ibadan. If you don't know, better ask somebody. And so so Quixie is a member of our training team in our Aja Academy, and she wrote a song. And it's our theme song for the anniversary, and we're going to go into the studio and record it, and it's going to be a big hit, and we'll blow finally for the other reasons. But without further ado.
For those whose hands are free, good evening. For those whose hands are free, we could just, clap along.
She's a cappella.
Yeah.
Walking daily through these streets, seeing things I'd rather miss, wondering how it suddenly came to this. Shining stars should not be hid. They said it's hard, but look what we did. Impossibilities are what we're made to crush. Leaving footprints across these scars, giving dead. Rebirth, stop and look in these eyes. It's been a long journey, but look we thrive. Look we thrive, transforming lives. We'll make you our mission till your dreams hit the sky. Till we break the sky, transforming lives. Transforming lives. Transforming lives. Transforming lives. Transforming lives. I think there's so much more we could do. So many gifts that are daily cycle. And if we say the problems everywhere, then it's in us too. I can't claim to know the best way, but if we put in some more, we can say we tried to shine some light. I'll leave you to figure out why. Transforming lives. Transforming lives. Transforming lives. That's all we're here to do, is just transform your life. Now wave is high.
Thank you so much, Quixie. Thank you so much, Miss Anne. Wow. So right now, the final thing we're going to do before we go into networking, from the beginning I've been saying it, we're doing networking. So immediately after the cake, you still have time to meet other employers, find out from people what they do and how you can work together. But right now we're going to cut the cake. Antoinette.
How do we want to do this? Everybody just
try it out, and I have to say, what really makes them stand out is that they really listen to us employers. They get an idea of exactly what we want, and always find a way to send exactly the right type of people. So they're doing a great job. They're only going to get graded from here on, and we're just going to enjoy the cake today. Congratulations.
Thank you. And just to say that she's one of the few people that I can just phone and say, so we're waiting for our birthday cake. Hint. And she delivered. So thank you. Can we all just form a semicircle behind the cake here? And we're going to take one big picture. And then we call it a day. Just semicircle, everybody. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. You're like, no, I'm not too cool for cake. I'm too cool for you. Please, guys. Quick.
Pictures in the street. I don't need to capture every moment now. And just important moments. Okay, please let's come together, please. Like we are to celebrate.
This is my mom, everybody. One of my lawyer partners who will come home every night and complain to me about her stuff. And so I had to finally help her. And now we can talk about other things beyond her stuff.
Sorry.
Where are you going? Mercy? So can we say on 5, wave, 1, 2, 3.
So please, everybody's like.
You just have to try.